Hey Chariot Racers, welcome back to another pick a card reading here. It's TC, your guiding chariot. Alright my loves, I'm so glad you guys liked the last one. To be honest, I was a little nervous about it. I was like, oh, I don't know how we're going to do this. So I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. And due to my Cancerian nature, I never like to disappoint anyone. So since there was a tie for general guidance and romance, we are going to do another one of these for romance. Part of me even still kind of wants to do a career one since that one still got votes. So I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Might happen. But this is going to be a general pick a card reading with the focus on relationships. And I'm kind of leaving it open. So maybe romantic, maybe business, maybe platonic. I don't know. But I'm kind of leaving that open to spirit. So trust that you'll pick the right one for your situation. Or at least the guidance can be applied to your situation. As always, take the messages as they resonate. If part of the message feels a little funny or doesn't make sense, just means it wasn't for you. So we are going to get out some oracles, and of course, we'll go deeper with the tarot. So feel free to choose the deck by intuition, by the cards, by the crystal point in front of it. Oh, nope, okay. Yeah, there really isn't a wrong way. So, and just to give you a heads up of what's going on, I'm pulling a chakra oracle to kind of see what chakra may be affected, whether it needs to be opened, maybe it's overactive, or this is what we're tapping into to welcome in or heal the relationship, whatever the message is. We're going to pull a romance angel oracle, because you know how I love to use these in romance readings. And then we'll go from there. I know these guys are already shuffled, but I'm going to give them a little extra zhuzh, a little extra love, right? All right. Okay. So I was just going to pull one, but they want me to pull two. So you have one chakra oracle and two romance angels for every stack. Feel free to pick the one that's calling to you. You can either use, like I said, the cards or the points. I have African Bloodstone, Aura Quartz, and Aura Howlite. Feel free. Choose the one you want. Timestamps will be down below. And enjoy your reading. Thanks, guys. Alright, hello again. Welcome, stack number 1. Alright, so let's get into your reading, shall we? So first card we have out. Oh, look at that. Nurturing. So if I remember this deck correctly, this is Earth Star Chakra, so below your root. So really connecting with planetary energies, connecting with Earth, Mother Gaia. First thing that actually makes me think of, we're going to get into the romance angels, don't worry, but first thing that makes me think of is we're just going to say it. It made me think, I had just posted maybe an hour or two ago, maybe probably more like 2 hours ago, a post on my Instagram about the Divine Feminine and healing the Divine Feminine, and this card made me think of Mother Gaia, which makes me think of the Divine Mother, right? So there may be an aspect of your Divine Feminine side that needs nurturing, that needs care, whether it's self-care or me time, whatever you want to call it. This may also be connected to if you are in a twin flame connection and you see yourself as a Divine Feminine. And remember, we all have Divine Feminine energy, so you don't have to be the feminine in the relationship to be feeling this. But where you, it's not a sense where you need attention or you need anything like that. But you yourself may be in need of refueling or in need of tenderness, right? Because when I see this, I feel the nurturing is more on the receiving side, not necessarily the giving. It does feel that you need to be receiving more nurturing. And if you're not in a relationship, if we're single, and there isn't someone there that can give it to you, that is about you giving it to yourself and you making sure that energy and that vibe flows back towards you. For some of you, this may be mother healing as well, because we see, a lioness and her cub in the picture. So for some of you, this might be healing that, issues that have to do with parents, especially your mother, that may be blocking a relationship or creating conflict. If there's, mother or mother-in-law issues, maybe that might be coming up really heavy in this particular reading. I'm casting a wide net because it's going to be general, so it's just going to depend what sits with you and what's not. So leave what doesn't fit your situation on the table, but definitely a need to nurture yourself and a need to be tender and kind and compassionate. And for some of you, maybe even a little understanding. I feel like some of you might be, I was going to say blaming yourself, but it might not even be that. But you might be taking blame for something or owning something that maybe you really shouldn't be owning or don't need to own, which is just creating unnecessary tension within you or unnecessary stress that we want to replace with tenderness and sweetness and kindness. All right, as we kind of work through this relationship. All right. And then as I was thinking about, because like I told you, I wasn't planning on pulling 2 romance angels in the beginning, but as I was going through it, I was like, I need to pull 2. So see these 2 cards, one might be you, one might be your counterpart or partner, whether it's someone coming in or someone you're already in union with. They might both apply to you. Again, take it as it resonates. So you guys who chose stack 1, you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yes, always. And look at that, love yourself first. And just what we were talking about with the nurturing card. So love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Ooh, reading from the side is weird. Okay, anyway. But yes, if you're going to associate one side with you and one side with the other, especially if you connect with nurturing, this is definitely going to be your message in this reading, is to love yourself first. And it's not in a selfish way, it's not conceited, but you do have to care for yourself. If your cup runs out, how in the world do you share love with anybody else, right? It's not possible. So that's a big message in this reading, is to take care of yourself and honor yourself. And part of that is through passion, expression, right? When I see this passion card, if it's not directly in a couples reading, to me this passion card is always about expression and just allowing yourself to live and live fully and live openly. If we're meeting someone or we're talking to someone, this is about expressing openly. So that may even be a little throat chakra opening for you as well, being able to express and speak your feelings, speak your thoughts, and be open and trusting and not holding anything back, right? When you're passionate about something, you're all in. You give your heart and soul to it. That's what the passion card always gives to me, like full body, full spirit expression of joy, of love, of happiness. Put in any feeling and emotion you want in there. For some of you, that might even be, it might even be a full expression of grief or sadness, right? In a way, that's a form of nurturing, to process and let all of that out. And that does require you to be super compassionate to yourself. Like, give yourself a break. I need to go sit in the corner and just cry it out real fast. Like, just let me, I gotta let all this out, right? So I don't think that will be for many of you, but it definitely could be a part of that, right? I feel like I'm still kind of tripping over the fact you guys got the Earth Star, because that is some deep rooted energy that's really wanting to ground you and flow through you, possibly even give you security, making you feel safe, right? Because if you're coming out of a relationship or have been through relationships that did the opposite of that, it can be definitely very, very hard to trust, right? I feel like I need to move this. We can just hang out back here with everybody else. I had that rose quartz baby in there, and I was like, I'm gonna hit you while shuffling if I leave you there. All right, it's better. One little shuffle there. All right, let's get into your spread. Judgment, so going through some sort of rebirth here. Oh, there we go. So here, I'll let you see this. So first card out, Judgment, rising up, rising above, right? Listening to the calling. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Here's a need for balance. Also making a choice about something, for sure. But you may be weighing some options. And I'd say with that, right now you want to kind of let things flow. Yes, a decision has to be made, but I think you're in a space where you kind of need to feel things out. You kind of need to be willing to just let things happen or go as they need to. Oh, okay. You got a little oh, how many? 3 of them fell out. Okay. So we've got the Fates here, which we'll put next to that. 5 of Swords. The Fool. Yes, we love that. Okay. Let's go for that last spot. And then we'll really go through. But honestly, right now with the Two of Pentacles, yes, a decision will need to be made if it's not presenting itself at the moment. But honestly, right now, I feel like you need to be flexible right now. You need to just kind of allow and go with the flow. And I think that's actually super helpful considering you have the Passion card. Because that's really about letting your emotions lead, letting your happiness guide you. It's not about creating some structure and creating rules within this relationship, or as we're welcoming in a new relationship for, I think, a good chunk of you with the Fool card here. Yes. Oh, King of Cups. Beautiful. And bottom of the deck is 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful relationship coming in. All right. So, let me finish up this Two of Pentacles because I got a lot to say on this baby. But it is about being flexible, going with the flow, allowing things to happen. And honestly, I think that's because as we're looking at this Fool card that comes out right below it, so you know these two are connected. I don't think this Fool card, this moment being depicted, this new love, this new relationship, or this level up in relationship, like it might be, I almost feel like for some of you, if this isn't a completely new person coming in, this is someone who you like have a good friendship with, and then this isn't someone, I don't even think this would be someone that you necessarily have romantic feelings for. I think you're just buddies. You just think it's a friendship. You're like, I have fun hanging out with this person. And I feel like this, for some of you, this could be them, confessing, maybe, things have evolved and they maybe want to take things a little further. And that's where the Fool card becomes a little leap of faithy, right? Because you're like, oh, I don't want to mess up what we have, but this feels really good. Like, I don't have a reason to turn it down other than just fear of a possible outcome, which is never really a reason to do it unless you see red flags. But with this, I don't see red flags. I don't think it's that type of situation. It's just new and maybe catches you a little off guard and you weren't expecting something like that. But if feelings come up, be willing to go with them. And again, we touched on that throat chakra and expressing and speaking your feelings and speaking your truth. Be really honest with that Two of Pentacles. Like, don't feel the need to censor and filter everything. Because some stuff that is coming up might be, almost like little epiphanies for you. And instead of rationalizing and trying to process it logically, your heart is just giving you these feelings, right? Because it's once we start to overthink things, that's where we get a little muddled, right? But beautiful spread. So even if we take this first bit with the Judgment card, underneath that fell this 5 of Swords. This is that energy of moving beyond struggle and strife, because you've definitely been, honestly, the people in this particular reading, I think you've been burned in romances before, right? And if this is a current relationship, it may have happened in this relationship, and we're like, we know it's not bad, but things keep happening, and we're like, oh, do I, don't I, should I, shouldn't I? Like, what's going on? What is my heart telling me? Honestly, if that's the case, I think a lot of you, there is a rebirth going on here. But I think for majority of you, this is past. This is the past. But this is what has colored our expectations and our perspectives of relationships. We've had so many of these repeat cycles that we're like, oh, do I really want to go through all of that again? I keep finding the same stale selection of men or women out there that they're all the same. What's with these slim pickings? Why do I keep getting the same situation? Or why do I keep getting treated this way? Or why does these behaviors affect me this way? And I keep getting them over and over and over again. it's been like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh God, these people, like, these people did you dirty. I'm gonna sum it up as with that. But with this rebirth card, you are rising above it. Whatever the lesson was, whatever you needed to learn, whatever understanding needed to be gained, you've done it. Like, hands on, you've done it. But I think you did it a while ago, if I'm completely honest. I think you learned this lesson a while ago, but because of the situation or situations, you've set up this kind of like structure, it's similar to like when we talk about a tower moment, but this structure was set up because it protected you from these people, right, from these past relationships. But now that you're no longer in that, now that you've learned the lesson and can recognize those types of people, right, so you don't stay with them as long or tolerate all of that stuff anymore. This is a great thing. That was the point of all of those, right? That's the benefit of having to go through stuff like that, is that you learn how to protect yourself from it even better, right? But I think those walls that were built up to protect you in this moment have not come down yet, right? And it doesn't mean to forget the lessons or forget, how to handle yourself in these situations. That never goes away, right? You own that, you learned it, you've internalized it. But that doesn't mean you have to keep the wall up forever, right? Because you'll be able to see that person coming from a mile away, so they don't even get a chance to get anywhere near where the wall would be, right? So I think that's where this love yourself energy is coming in. Because I do think someone who's coming towards you, and I think this is definitely for my singles or, my people leaving a troubling relationship, we'll put it that way. I definitely see a really nice new love coming in, and I think that's where this passion card is really reflecting, because this person is going to have a lot of passion. This person is going to openly express, but you have to also be able to give that back, right? And if you have all these walls, someone will say something and you're just go, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, that's never the reaction you want to receive, right? We've seen it in movies where one person's like, I love you, and then the other person is like, that's nice. You know what I mean? That's never the reaction you want. It's never a good thing. But I do feel like there's a masculine coming to you that is very in touch with his or her sensitivity. Because when I say masculine, I'm talking energy, not gender. Gender doesn't really matter here. But this is a masculine energy coming in that is connected to his heart, is connected to his feelings or his or her feelings. And I say that because I think this is a divine counterpart, because we have here the wheel, which is about fated and destined events. This particular deck calls the wheel the fates. So literally being orchestrated by the divine. But this is someone with the King of Cups. This is someone who feels deeply and feels very intense emotions. Again, this passion card, very, very strong for this individual coming in. Along with the King of Cups isn't always someone who is super vocal. So they may not say their feelings, but I guarantee you will know their feelings, either through their actions that demonstrate how they feel about you. There's a feeling and a vibe when you're with this person, like you will feel and know that they feel so deeply for you. This person may or may not be able to say it or communicate it verbally. So I think it is a big help for you. Again, throat chakra keeps coming up in this particular spread, but your throat chakra, you expressing and saying that, I think isn't the catalyst for how this person acts, right? They're going to act that way either way. Sorry about the motorcycle. That's just who they are. That's the person they are. They demonstrate their feelings very naturally. It's easy for them. Their love language might be acts of service, which is why it just feels like they're very demonstrative of their feelings. I think you being vocal about it, I think, is a nice confirmation for them. Like they know that they're being appreciated. They know you're recognizing all the things they're doing. So I think that's why throat chakra is coming through so much on your side for you. And again, if you're a cross watcher watching this, feel free to reverse and flip however need be. But it does feel like one of you is coming in super, super demonstrative of their feelings, very, very open emotionally, and another one is coming into that ready for that type of situation. But there's old barriers that need to be torn down to open up, right? Because this Fool card is is a little leap of faithy for me in this spread right now. It does feel like the one who's healing, or honestly not healing, I think you're healed. It's just kind of releasing those last kind of security blankets or safety crutches, or comfortable behaviors. And I say comfortable just because they've been around, so you're used to them. It's kind of just been like the MO for the past couple cycles or whatever. That the person who's letting all of that go, it may feel a little leap of faithy, because it might just be like, it does feel good, and I'm looking for signs and I don't necessarily see them, and if I look too hard I will find them, so this just feels good, but do I really trust myself and trust this moment to let it happen? Please do. Please do. If that's who I'm talking to, if that's who's watching this reading, please do expect this person's intentions to be true and honest, because they will be. And I say will because I don't necessarily think this person's here yet. I think this person is arriving. And it may even be kind of serendipitous when you guys meet, having the fates here. Again, I do feel like it's kind of being orchestrated, and it's kind of just happening. So you are sorting out this rebirth to make yourself available, completely available when this person shows up. And that's a great thing. But again, I do think you are ready. It's not about healing and getting like, you're ready. It's just kind of accepting that and then letting the crutches fall away. Because like I said, the crutches served a point before. They don't serve a point anymore. So let that go. You've learned that lesson. You can do it blindfolded, in your sleep. However, it's a natural skill now for you to protect yourself from these types of people again. So let the crutch go and be willing to allow what's unfolding to happen, right? So, try and not resist, try and not to, it's perfectly human to question things, and, you might have that initial, like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, can I, can't I? But listen to that heart, right? Again, that passion, right? Listen to your heart. What is your heart telling you? What are your feelings? What's your gut? And when I say feelings, I don't necessarily mean emotional, but feelings like, what's your gut instinct? What's the vibe you're picking up? Do you feel safe when you're physically with this person versus when you start to overanalyze and question ulterior motives and do all that deeper digging? Before you get into that phase, what is it you're feeling? If you still feel a little uncomfortable, great. Take it a little slower. Feel it out some more. But if it feels good and you're presented with this choice, I would not recommend fighting it. I would let it happen. And that doesn't mean, by saying yes to this doesn't mean you're getting married tomorrow, right? But at least it's I'm willing to meet you halfway. I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm willing to invest, right? But it's not like shut the gate, you're locked in. Like, that's not the moment. That's not the moment you're creating. But beautiful new counterpart coming in. And again, having the divine intervention, I do think this is a counterpart. So, I definitely believe in soulmates more than the whole twin flame thing. But this feels like such an easy flow. Like, when I think of twin flame connections, I definitely see those as challenging. They're super rewarding, but I see them as challenging. To me, this is more soulmatey because it feels easy. It feels flow. It feels flow. It feels like it just flows, which again is a good reason why you should also just be in flow. But this feels like a very smooth transition into a really open, communicative, demonstrative relationship. I think that's going to be a big defining keyword for this person coming in, right? They demonstrate their feelings, which I think is something that lacked before. With this Five of Swords, when you saw actions, you had to question them, or you knew they had ulterior motives. This person doesn't do that. This person does not do that. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap up this reading there. Beautiful reading. Lots of good stuff coming your way. Thank you, as always, for your love and support. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how these new pick a card readings are going, what you'd like to see in the next one. And if you're new, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to join our happy family. I will be going back to the astrology sign videos next week. I was just nervous about trying to bang out all 12, in like 2 days because of my traveling and my weekend plans, and not being able to get someone. So at least this way you all can have a slightly customized reading. But yes, next week we will go back. And I think it'll be nice because we have the equinox on Saturday, so it'll be fully in Aries season, so it'll be a brand new astrological year. I think that'll be a great timing to get back onto the readings. I don't know how I'm going to do them yet, so I might make them a little longer and deeper because of all the shifts that are happening, great shifts. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. If you have thoughts on that too, feel free. Drop comments down below. Hit me up on Instagram. But I love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, stack number 2. Welcome to your reading. Oh, you guys are all funny. All right, let's get into it. Oh, all right. So you guys got root chakra with holistic health. So we may have to be looking towards your physical body, right? We may have to be looking at our health, making sure we're healthy, fit. I don't know why I want to say fit and active. I don't know if you guys maybe you guys are working out a lot, or maybe your partner's working out a lot. I don't know why fit and active is coming through. It's not something I normally get with this holistic card. But then when you look at holistic health, some of you might be into alternative medicine. Maybe you practice alternative medicine. Also when I think holistic, because when you just think of the word holistic, it is kind of looking at the whole, right? You're not just looking at a particular symptom or a particular issue. You're looking at, you're treating a person as a whole body. So for some of you, this might be looking at your overall health and checking in with wellness as a whole. So we're talking about physical wellness, mental wellness, emotional wellness, all these types of things. I'll be interested to see how that fits the other 2 cards in the tarot. Because I'm not getting any romantic vibes when I'm thinking of this card. It is personal. It really is about grounding, and being that it's root chakra, it is wellness, but it's like grounding in your health and consciousness. Not a vibe I was expecting in this reading. Oh, and then I wasn't planning on pulling two romance angels, so now that we have 2, feel free. You may be associated with one side. Your partner or the incoming counterpart might be associated with the other side. They both might play a part for you, so take them as they resonate. Might be a little different for everyone. So you guys have heart-to-heart conversations on this side. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And then you have healing family issues. So talking about your love life being affected by parents, possibly. Might not even be parents. Might just be, ancestral issues for some as well. And honestly, having said that, I do, if it's not your direct parents, I do think this is something ancestral, right? Versus, being auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa. I think it's parents or ancestral. Maybe even more so ancestral, which may be where the holistic healing is coming in, because you're not necessarily, there may be things affecting you that might affect your physical body, but the cause might not be physical body, right? So it might be stress. It might be emotional discomfort that needs to be healed, right? And then that allows for more vitality, or, yada, 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 fill in the blanks. I almost feel like this is about a connection that might be a little strained right now. It might be a little... forced is the word that I'm coming to. And let me start out by clarifying that. I don't think the relationship is forced. I don't necessarily think you're being pushed together when you're not supposed to be. But because of this, rough patch, we might be forcing through it, or we might just be kind of, pushing through when really we need to kind of, sit and have some me time. Or again, you might need, not a break, where you're we're going to go on a break, but you might need to put more focus into these issues personally for yourself or your partner, again, wherever this is. There may be some family issues that need to be healed or need to be focused on first to really allow your relationship to flourish, right? So I don't want to set that up as a bad thing, but if you are experienced, I don't know if I see singles, and if you're a single watching this reading, you might have to pick again. Well, I don't know. The tarot is coming up, so that might give a little bit more. But off of these alone, it feels like this may be a new relationship. If you're single and you've picked this reading, it might be where, you know, you might be meeting someone who it's a great connection, things, you know, are positive. But then as you start to connect, you find that there might be some family things that maybe prevent this person from being open to really being vulnerable and telling you everything, or even telling it to themselves. I'll leave it at that. I don't wanna say too much and skew anyone's interpretation, but it does feel like, yeah, it feels like there are other relationships in either your life or your counterpart's life that isn't directly affecting their connection with you. Because like I said, the connection doesn't feel bad, but it's forcing you to either, maybe you have to, like, maybe their family is against something because of religion or beliefs, and that either means they, you know, you can't go over to their house, or you can't be completely open in front of them, or maybe your partner feels uncomfortable and wants to tell them about you, but then feels like, you know, they're not gonna appreciate that or respect you, or, you know, what do you mean you're not dating a doctor, or, you know, what do you mean, you know, I don't know, whatever kind of beliefs they may have, something like that might be getting in the way. And I realize that was incredibly specific, so I don't know, that might be for one person, that might be for, you might all relate to that, but again, take it as it resonates. If it doesn't fit, leave it on the table. But that's the kind of perspective I'm getting off of these oracle cards. But take that as confirmation that it's not your relationship, but there's healing that has to happen with one of you, and these family ties or ancestral ties. And I think in the long run, they will prove a problem. So those things need to be addressed. They need to be healed for you guys to really be together openly and honestly. Okay? I think that's why it's coming up as such a... Oh! Couldn't even wait. Oh, there's two of them. All right. Now I'm curious. Yep, High Priestess. And in this deck, it's called the Creatrix, but it would be the Magician in a traditional deck. So yes. So you guys probably have... Your person may not be completely talkative about this. They may not want to bring it up, or you may sense that they're holding stuff back when you guys do talk about it. Sorry guys, had a loud car drive by. Forgot where I was. Oh, yes. So you may be getting these kind of gut feelings, or just kind of intuitive understanding that your partner might be holding things back. They're not fully communicating things, whether it's to you or maybe they need to confront their parents about something, but you can kind of feel it, that that's not happening. That's where that kind of needs to be addressed. And you kind of, I don't want to say you want to get really aggressive with it and force it out of this person, but you kind of have to bring it up. Like, it has to be something that gets discussed, and you know, something that has to be discussed really honestly. Because as you guys are creating this relationship and building this life together, those kind of things are going to be like the rotted wooden planks that get used on accident, and then when the house is done, it has a weak foundation because we didn't set things up properly in the beginning. That's kind of what that is. And then you have this Queen of Pentacles coming out after that, which literally talks about feeling, you know, upright. She's confident and secure and well manifested and abundant and very, very grounded. In the reverse, this particular energy can be doubtful, can be, you know, it weakens you a lot. It can also create distrust, right? Because she starts to get, I keep wanting to say shy, but shy is not what I'm trying to convey. But it just makes you kind of meek and timid. Timid, that's what I wanted. That was the word. You know, you start to hesitate and you start to question. And instead of being confident when you walk into a room, it's like walking on eggshells. Like, you don't know where you stand. You don't know what you're allowed to do, what's right to do, or not something. Oh, there we go. Not something that you really need to or want to have to deal with. And you have the Moon card, secrets. Yeah. So, and that falling up under the High Priestess again. you'll feel it. You'll feel it if something is funny. Your intuition's already kind of got your finger on that button. Like, that's already a thing. So trust your gut. Your gut's telling you what's up. Okay, let me grab that person on the ground. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. So some of you might be dealing with a Sag, you might be a Sag, but this is about timing as well, and patience, understanding. For some of you, definitely some healing. Healing. It's kind of a thing in this particular stack. All right. So we were on the moon. Sorry, I got distracted. So we're on the moon. So yes, definitely things happening in shadow. Shadow work definitely coming up for whoever is associated with this side, which is okay. We all have to do it. We all have to go through it. We all have done it before. We will all do it again. It's a thing. It's part of the journey. In a way, this is actually a really positive spread. There is work to be done, right? There is some healing, and depending what side, either this healing is yours, or you will need to be there to help support someone through this healing, right? But this is the good part. Confirmation here, this relationship is beautiful. It is abundant, right? So I don't want you questioning this person or your partner, right? Because you have the Magician here. So you guys are in this together. You're building it. You're both invested. You're both putting energy into it. You also have the Hierophant card. So this may be someone who is religious, or one of you or both of you, right? Because that's usually what comes up with the Hierophant. But there's also this energy of commitment, right? It's a very traditional relationship when we talk about the Hierophant, when he shows up in a relationship reading. It is also a card of marriage. So when I say that this relationship is quality, like you guys are showing up for each other, you guys are willing to commit, all of that is true. All of that is genuine. So I hope that comforts some of you. Like, it's kind of like, is all of this worth it? In this case, it is. Like, in this case, it is. But one of you really has to face the darkness here with this moon. And again, it's this person who has these familial issues that need to be dealt with. Because if not, again, it's that weak foundation to a strong building. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how strong the building is. If the foundation's weak, it's going to crumble eventually, right? And that's kind of what's going on here. Whatever is making this Queen of Pentacles unbalanced is going to topple everything over, right? Five of Swords can be very manipulative. It definitely can be destructive. It creates and breeds a lot of conflict and tension. You can, and in this particular one, from far away it looks like banners, so I hope you guys can see it, but the things behind her are like octopus tentacles, so it's that grabby, kind of get my hooks into you type of vibe, right? So if you let those things go and don't really force the issue, sad to say, eventually those tentacles will grab you and pull you under, and we don't want that. We don't, and especially because this looks so good. Like, it does look really, really good. If you want this relationship to last, if you want it to lead to marriage, it totally can, right? But it just has to be done correctly. It has to be done in the right way. Now it makes sense why the holistic healing is coming up, because it's not necessarily healing the physical, but it is healing in a sense. So you have to kind of look at the picture as a whole, not just at one particular thing. This may be a bigger thing than can just be tackled like in an afternoon, when it's not that kind of thing. But now that makes sense. So for some of you, this is heart-to-heart conversations between each other on really what your needs are, what your expectations are, how to move forward. I think for some of you, these heart-to-heart conversations are going to be between, an individual and their parents, or for a small part of you, it might be you and yourself, and really, how much are you showing up? How much do you, how do you divide your time between, maybe partner and family? What are you willing to tolerate? What do you accept? What are you surrender to? So some of you, that might be an internal heart-to-heart and being honest with yourself as you reflect on what's been going on. I don't think that's many of you. That might be a real small percentage, if not just one of you. Yeah, but just a sign that there is necessary healing that needs to be done with another relationship that's affecting this relationship. But this relationship is solid. This relationship is good. You both are bringing good intentions. You both are bringing, investments. And when I say investments, I'm talking like time, energy, you're not like paying into this relationship. But the current relationship we're talking about, beautiful. There are connected relationships that will affect this bond. Those are the ones that need to be healed. All right. So again, I hope that's comforting. You can know this one is genuine, but like I said, the other ones need to be healed before they mess this up. All right, my loves. Yeah, interesting. So like I said, I feel like this is more so anyone who's in an existing relationship. If you're single and we're drawn to this reading, there may be someone coming in that has some of this going on in the background. So just something to be aware of, something to kind of hold in the back of your mind. Don't start examining everyone's family history. You don't need to be doing background checks or anything like that. Because like I said, you'll feel it. Like you'll have that intuitive ping, like, oh, I really am into this person. But as you get to know them, things like this might come up. You're like, oh no, we can't do that. My mom goes there all the time, and I don't want us to be seen. That's the kind of that would be the red flag you're looking for there. But then again, then the key there is to openly talk about it. Okay, well, tell me why. Like, is this going to be, is this what you expect out of a relationship? You're just going to hide the whole time? Like, it's that kind of stuff. All right, my loves. I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thank you for all your love and support. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Make sure to smash the like button and hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you liked, what we can do differently next time. Maybe what other topics you'd like to see more of. All that good stuff. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when the next round of readings come up. I will be doing the astrological sign videos next week like normal. This week it was just too much of a time crunch. I was worried about getting all 12 videos out this week, and I didn't want anyone to feel left out. So they will be come back, and I think that's going to be good timing because we have the equinox coming up on Saturday, so we'll be fully in Aries season. We'll be in a new astrological year come next week, so I think it'll be perfect timing to do the readings like that. So stay tuned. More to come. But as always, thank you. I love you guys. I'm grateful for all of you out there. Stay safe, and I will see you in your next video. Bye. Hello, stack number 3. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's get started. Oh, all right. Flexibility. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure that's sacral chakra. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. I always look at the color and like the. Anyway, never mind. Personal silliness. So flexibility with the sacral chakra. This actually comes through really, really positive for me as I'm looking at it. I almost want to say this flexibility is talking about being open, being receptive. I think you're going to be surprised by something, or something's going to happen that I almost think you don't think is possible. And I say that not in the sense where like you can name the thing, you're like, no, that's never going to happen. Like it's something you didn't even consider or didn't even see happening in the realm of possibility. So you didn't even be like, oh, that's not going to happen. That's too big, or that's too grand. So I'm just going to, whatever. I literally think this is you talking to you about being very, very receptive, especially when you think about its connection to the sacral chakra, right? So it is a chakra that has to do with water. So you kind of want to be in flow when we talk about that. And there's all kinds of things that, sex is in there, creativity, inspiration, all this kind of stuff. There can be a connection there to like karmic patterns and all kinds of, I don't want to get into all of that. But lots of stuff goes on there. But I do think it's that creativity. Relationships also naturally come through this particular area because of the sexuality and sensuality. So just kind of be open, allow things to flow. I feel like we might have some fun stuff coming in. That's cool. I'm like, I know you can't see, but I'm like full grinning off camera. Yeah, look at that. Then we have playfulness and, oh, finances and career. Some of you there might be money things coming in this particular reading. And you know, it's so funny. So, complete side note, complete tangent. I literally was getting ready to film this. And I like kept going back and forth. Do I do a money reading? Do I do, you know, a career reading? Do I do a love reading? So I think it's kind of hilarious that finances and career. So if any of you wanted a money reading, this might be your money reading this week. I don't know. That's just a funny coincidence to me. I will say I have been kind of letting everyone know I didn't intend to pull 2 romance angel cards in this particular reading. I just realized you guys can't see the top of that one. Anyway, so feel free to take these how they resonate. They both may be for you. They both may be for their partner. You may see yourself on one side and your partner on the other. Take it how it comes. I've kind of been describing them, you know, just kind of what comes up in the messages. So it's been a little different for all 3 stacks. So take it how it sees fit. I will say for you in this particular reading, I feel like I'm going to see you more on this side with the playfulness, considering what we talked about with the flexibility. But again, that may be different. So the prompt here reads, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Again, just approaching everything with wonder, expecting the best, just enjoy it. Go for the ride, see where it takes you. Have fun with it. Yeah, you guys really can't see the top of that. I'm so sorry. But it is the playfulness card. I'll bring it up so you can see all the magic for a second. Right, but having that sense of play, not making everything so like rigid and structural, and don't make it serious. Literally just have fun with it. And then you have finances and career. Let me read the financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So some of you, I don't see this as a bad thing. I think some of you may just be focused on your money. You may just be focused on your money, doing your hustle, trying to build your career, maybe trying to get a new career. That might totally be a thing. This flexibility, I think, for you, if you're associated over here and you're not really looking for love and you're really focused on money, that flexibility might be like, I'm not telling you to not do that, but maybe keep it a little open. And it's so funny, as I say that, little motorcycle, little scooter or something is going by, right? Something might be coming in. So just be open. And when it comes, just see it as a bit of fun. You don't have to like, oh God, now I'm going to dedicate my whole life to this. Nope, don't go there. Just have fun with it. Let it roll. But I think that's why this flexibility, this be open, is there. And then a delivery truck goes by. Literally, a delivery truck just went by. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I feel like some of your package is about to be delivered. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. That was so funny. I was just listening to Ready or Not this morning, trying to get myself out of bed today. Yeah, it's coming. I almost wonder if that's the vibe for your reading, ready or not. Some of you are ready for this delivery, that's why you want to be playful. Some of you are like, I ain't looking for that. But it's coming either. Whether you're ready or not, it's coming. So be open. Oh my God, you guys need to if you don't have that song in your playlist, I need you to go on YouTube and look up Ready or Not and just listen to it. Cards, why are you so quiet now? You were so chatty with the other. There we go. Oh God, knocking stuff. Oh, look at that. Okay, sorry about that. First card out, Hermit in the reverse. So to me, I don't see that as a bad thing. To me, the Hermit in reverse is about you getting out, you being playful, you having experiences. Don't hide in your shell. Don't tunnel vision yourself. Get out. Don't stay in your apartment. Oh, you see? Oh, now we're chatty. Okay. I think that's all of them. That's more than we need, but we're taking them all. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands, very passionate man. or woman, not about gender. All right. Oh, Spirit, how do we want to take all of these? That you want to be last. Yeah. I think you two will be together there. Okay. This one will be a little stacked baby. Okay, that's what do we get? Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is, to me, this is you. This is so you. The need to step out, the need to not isolate, the need to not stay within yourself, right? You want to be out, you want to be making connections, you want to be seen, I think is the bigger thing. You just want to be seen. But I get it, because you're doing your thing, you're making your way. I love this. And this is for both of you. So for some of you, this is, I'm just on my grind, I'm on my hustle, I want to do my business and make that happen. And some of you are like, hey, you know what, I'm just doing what makes me happy. I'm gonna follow my dreams, I'm gonna follow my heart. I'm gonna just do me. And you know, if someone wants to go along the ride, they can jump on this caboose. But right now I'm just doing me. Great, get out, do you. Beautiful. That's literally the best advice I could give you. So good. But then you have the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, did I not tell you that your delivery is coming? OMG. OMG. So 6 of Pentacles, all about being in flow, giving and receiving. This is you being flexible, being open. Allow things to come in, right? Again, because you know you might be focused on a thing or you might just be busy doing a thing. Doesn't mean you have to close off. More might want to come in. And what's coming in? 9 of Cups. That's the Wish Granted card. I'm telling you, your delivery is on its way. Oh my God. I want to like name this reading off of your particular spread, but this message has nothing to do with what was in the other videos. So I can't do that. But, ooh. Lovely. Your reading is going to be short and sweet because it's so just like, yeah, it's coming. So if you're looking for new love, literally looking for you. It's on its way. It's already been boxed, shipped. It's on the UPS truck and it's on its way to your house literally right now. Literally right now. And for those of you not even looking for love, your best version of that also on its way. And you know the key is that you probably let it go, right? The key is that you just let it go and you did your thing. That's exactly what it was about. All right. So bottom row, we have the 7 of Wands coming out underneath the Hermit. Again, I think that's you being seen, right? But this particular card being the one that pops up, 7 of Wands is a very individual card. So definitely, again, linking to my singles out there. What up? This 7 of Wands is you doing your own thing, doing it for you, doing it because you want to. You know, some of you that may have meant in the past that you had to leave some connections behind. Whether they were relationships, friendships, maybe family members didn't approve of your choices, doesn't matter. You may have had to leave some of that behind just to be your authentic, individual, radiant self. That's fine. Do that. But what this card is coming up, this is confirmation that was the right choice for you, right? But having that coupled with the Hermit card, that also means you can't just hole away and I'm going to just do me by myself in my space and I'm going to feel great. You will feel great. But if you do that, no one sees you, right? Like, how do you meet anyone if it's great you're high five and you're doing your thing and living your life and loving it. But if you do that in an isolated environment, how are you going to meet anyone? Who's going to see you other than the creeper staring across the street through your window? Like, that's not okay. That's not the one. You know, like, I'm making a joke of it, but you get you know what I mean. You know what I mean, friends. Then we have the 10 of Wands here coming up with the Knight of Pentacles. Especially for those of you where finances and career is concerned, I think this card is really, really there for you. Don't push it too hard. Do not push it so hard. With this flexibility too, also coming out in this same column. So you can't write this stuff. You cannot write this stuff. 10 of Wands, literally talking about the struggle, the burden, the push. And it's not a bad thing, right? You know, if we care about something, it's important to us, we want to put, you know, our best effort into it. But having the 10 here in this particular position, do not push too hard. Do not exhaust yourself. Again, with that 6 of Pentacles we got earlier, allow things to flow, allow it to happen. Do what feels good, do what feels right. There's no need to overwork yourself. Okay, that's the big caution there. Because even if you just took these two energies and put them together, Ten of Wands is struggle and burden and carrying more than is necessary, carrying more than you need to. Knight of Pentacles is that energy of, I know where I'm going, I'm determined, I'm dedicated, I'm going to make it happen, but it's so important, I don't want to risk anything. So I'm going to take my time and make sure I'm making wise decisions. I'm not going to waste any energy on any detours, right? So it's one that's just spending energy just to spend it, and one that is doing it practically and wisely. So that's your balance you're playing with right now. Especially in regards to, your romantic life and your just, personal, possibly professional life, right? So you have to strike a balance, but you also have to do it in a healthy way. So again, that theme of being flexible and allowing, I'll put a little time over there and then, now I got to put a little time over here. So I got to put that on the side for now. But know that you can always come back to it later. So you just kind of go with it. I'm doing this weird bouncy, flowy dance thing off camera. Thank God you can't see me. I would look silly right now. And, can't even how good this reading is. And the world. Yes. Full culmination, right? This is what you have been waiting for. Literally the world. You're going to have the world in your hand. All the things. All the things. Oh my God, so beautiful. Your reading is going to be so short. It's so straightforward. It's so straightforward. Probably because there's not much left to do. Literally, all you got to do is answer the door when the mailman gets there. So, oh my God, beautiful reading, my lovelies. And again, bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck was this King of Swords. So again, someone driven, motivated, action-oriented. Actually, we have two kings, bottom of the deck. King of Wands, King of Swords. Now this maybe this is the two of you. One of you very action-oriented. The other one very logical, analytical, clever, smart, wise. These could also just be traits of this person coming in, right? So again, take that as it resonates. But, ooh. Definitely new love coming in. And again, for some of you, this may be a money thing. New work opportunity, like dream job opportunity coming in. Right, so if you've been looking for that promotion, or you've been trying to, make the connections to get to the position where you can get that dream job you've always wanted, major confirmation. But you gotta, if you've been putting yourself out there, you've been seen, you've been recognized, right? So expect notification of that. Awesome reading. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thank you for all the love, and thank you for coming and watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonated, what I can do in the next one for you that you'd like to see. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified when the next reading pops up. I will be doing the astrological sign videos starting next week again. I only didn't do it this week because I was worried about the time crunch trying to do all 12 videos in a day or two. I didn't want anyone to get left out, or I didn't want to rush them. So this just felt like a easier compromise. But we might continue to do these because it was actually kind of fun doing them, and so far you guys have been liking them. So who knows? We'll see. But definitely let me know how you'd like these to evolve going forward, because I kind of this week was just figuring it out, right? But yes, we have the equinox coming up on Saturday. So by the time I start filming the sign readings next week, we will be in Aries season. We will be in a whole new cycle, a whole new astrological year. So lots of fun stuff. So get ready for that. It'll be exciting. It'll also be good timing for it too. So it actually worked out really well. But I love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you in your next video. Bye.